season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the South Florida Bulls, taking on the 25th ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Bulls will get us started with the opening kickoff. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. Just keeps moving. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So the Clemson Tigers offense will take the field first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose.
Turning it on! Quick step and go. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. The Tigers in the hurry-up.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
And he left the first defender grabbing at air before he was finally tackled. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds his big tight end. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Clemson now operating in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Makes the grab. And they get him out of bounds, but not before a sizable pickup on that one. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field, that...
Touchdown, Tigers! Great job by the back on the option.
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense. Fielded
in the end zone, it's Smith. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So USF's offense will go to work for the first time. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job at confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one, David.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
Catch in the middle. It's Nimrod. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or some safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on IPK if they can stop him on third down. That's caught. It's Franklin. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
A nice job by the QB. It's third down. It's money down. I'm looking to throw the ball down the field. What's open? My running back. Find him, hit him, let him do the rest. Good job.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He'll pick up a few before being knocked out of bounds at the 31.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
That's caught. It's Smith. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Brown will throw it. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulls. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. The extra point here would tie the game. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Randall. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. So now it's second and long. Wants to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's Williams. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Tigers come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Sends it back in motion. Wants to throw on third down. Got it behind the line. It's Randall. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Motion from the wideout. Quick pass on the fly motion. Past the 30. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
And the Bulls have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, South Florida. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Makes the grab. It's Moore. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and USF is on top. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left, and we are ready to get back to it and open the second period. And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Moore. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Just a short pass to the tight end. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Pulls it in, it's Smith. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. As you watch how a season unfolds and you get off to a good start like these guys have in ACC play, that momentum can really be powerful.
Oh, 100%. The momentum, the confidence. Like, you go from starting the season and say...
Makes the grab inside the 30. Off and running. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Clemson. Extra point here will tie the game.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Wants to pass. They go to the wide receiver screen. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. They're going to run it. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, South Florida.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. He's got him. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Fires to the tight end. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Well, it's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it, and how about that one running it too? Great push up front.
Quarterback may change this route. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Bulls.
And I like this offense. I like watching it, man. They find a way to make plays and spread the football around. But I'll tell you what, I think this QB has an eye for this guy because that's 3 TDs now in 4 games. He wants to find him to make plays, really starting to trust that receiver out wide.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Back to throw, it's Klubnik. They'll run the screen. They'll stop him just short of the 1st down marker on the screen.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Looks as if Clemson will have the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver going in motion. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. And down he goes. Tried to pick his way free, but the defense stops him behind the line.
Finally, a defense. Looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last 2 drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there finally puts an end to that, we think. Setting up 4th down.
Oh, he's got some space. We've seen this from this sophomore. So dangerous after he makes the grab. Clemson is quick to the line. For a quarterback as highly touted as Cade Klubnik was, I think he would even tell you he started slowly, but man, the progression, the improvement has been exponential, Jesse.
It has, Reese, and he's played big in big games as of late. You think back to last year's ACC championship game, and then I would argue his game against Texas, even in the loss in the playoff, that might have been his best game of the season, making throw after throw. You can see why he was so highly recruited, and if he plays up to that standard week in, week out, Clemson's going to be really tough to beat.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to fire. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
And the defense makes a play, finally. This is a lot of offense early in this football game, a lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, and then when you get him down, you get him behind the sticks. Good things happen for your defense.
Got him downfield. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the 2nd quarter, they've got over 200 yards.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Let's go! Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Makes the grab. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Pac-12 teams colliding today in a huge matchup, and now it's a final. Stanford overcame a sloppy start and just put the finishing touches on a notable road win. And to pick yourself up and dust yourself off away from Palo Alto, this Cardinal team has to be thrilled with this result. Fun one in the Pac-12, man. They generally are, as the teams there continue to jockey for bowl position.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Guys, you never want to sound the upset alert bell too early, but might be time to at least know where the button is for it.
Know where the button is, and listen, there's no need to panic yet, but if you're the unranked team, just like this, when you're playing a better team, you want to come in and you want to hang around, Jesse, and they're doing just that, staying in this game and have a lead.
Yeah, the unranked team, they've been playing with more intensity in this one, and I think if you're a leader right now on the ranked squad, you've got to be talking to your guys.
Fires into traffic, intercepted. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the start.
It's complete to the left. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. Going for it all. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
What a play by the defender there, guys. In his own end zone, the offense has taken a shot, and if that defender was just one step behind, that would have been a touchdown. But the hit forces the incompletion.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. And it took everything he had, but he barely gets it in there. That brings him to within 1.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Death Valley. And it's clear the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half.
South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Starting this 3rd quarter on the ground. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He'll keep it himself. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Brown will throw it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
The Bulls send out the punt unit. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. And no shot at a return here as the punt goes out of bounds. The corners are walked up tight. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Complete to the right. Touchdown Tiger! And that one will come up here in the second half.
And I think it's pretty clear. They went into the half and said, we're getting the ball and we're going to be aggressive. And how about the aggressive shot down the field? Play 1 of the second half to start it, and he goes all the way to the end zone. That is how you start a half fast.
And he made the extra point without problem. Coming out with it, it's Smith. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They've got them penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Brown wants to pass. Finds a soft spot in the middle. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. New set of downs after the completion.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding. I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after him. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man. Just he catches the football, and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
And the Bulls can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Grabbed behind the line. It's Singleton. He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as his offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end. The Bulls come to the line with a new set of downs. Using his legs, it's Franklin. Jukes his way for more. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards.
False start offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on second down. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Franklin. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. A great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking closing grind to help the Tigers on third down. Quick pass on the jet motion. Makes one-man miss. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
And the Bulls back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. From the gun, running back on the move.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Brown will throw it. Gets it to him on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. The Bulls are at the line looking to convert on third and short. There's the pressure. Working that wide receiver screen. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Now on the option. Hard running there. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown. He's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, USF. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. Lining up for the point after and the lead. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
And they fail to hook up on third down.
And that's just what this defense needed. They needed to get a stop here in the third quarter. They've given up a lot of plays, a lot of points, a lot of yards. Needed to get a stop and try to get this ball back to their offense.
Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. They'll keep it on the ground. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Brown wants to pass. Takes the easy one to the back. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Hauls it in, the first down and more. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
And how about this offense, man? They put the ball in the hands of the guy they trust the most. Fourth down, needed conversion. You're wanting to salt this clock away. You want this game to end with you guys possessing the football. Big fourth down conversion.
Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
They'll run it from the gun. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead on first and goal, they can also drain the clock. Caught behind the line. It's Singleton. Touchdown, Bulls! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And listen, my job is to get it to my playmakers like this guy on the outside. He'll do the rest. He'll get in the end zone. Nice catch. Way to finish it with a touchdown.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
He'll try to pop the draw. Sweet right there.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll keep it on the sneak. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it. Clemson will send the punt team out. Just needs a crack to get a return. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Brown will throw it. Firing to the right, complete. Made a defender miss. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Touch pass on the run. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Snagged in the middle. It's Alexis. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. And the Bulls with the 1st and 10. They'll move the tight end. On the run, it's Franklin. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want to do. Late in the ball game with the lead, establish the run, establish the physicality. And you know what helps? That clock up there, it continues to tick. So let's see if they choose to keep the ball on the ground and stay conservative and run that clock.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Bulls inside the final minute trying to hang on to this lead and the ball. Little touch pass to the receiver. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with high discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Bringing the heat. Snagged out of the air. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. And a chance, perhaps, to salt this game away if this offense can pay this off with a late touchdown. Back's got it, and he will take it in. Touchdown, South Florida. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1. So you think they shouldn't run up the score like this? I remember an old story of one coach telling the other one, I only coach one team, man. It's your job to stop me.
Yep, I like that approach. That should be your philosophy, but that doesn't mean you don't remember that. You have a turn later on a lot of times when your team's better to do the same thing, to return the favor, and make him forget that.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. I know the situation looks bleak, but have we nothing if we don't have hope, David?
Amen. I mean, keep hope alive, pitch this pill around, use every second you got, make this game, Palmer, as close as you possibly can.
Crazier things have happened in college football, man. Let's just go find out. Let's find out where the playmakers are lined up and see if they can make something positive happen.
Looking for a man. It's Klubnik. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. Pressure coming. And down he goes, and that's going to do it. Didn't have much of a chance there, and the defense puts an exclamation point on this one. With yet another unranked team taking down a ranked opponent, does a portal help level this out a little bit where it's really difficult to know which team should be ranked in the first place?
I think the portal certainly helps. At the end of the day, though, they just wanted it more today, and that win is going to help recruiting. It's going to help their confidence moving forward. I know this, David, every team on the rest of their schedule, they're now taking account and notice of this team.
And I completely agree. Like, you start to build momentum, and then momentum helps you find more guys in the portal and helps high school recruiting. So big ranked win today. And hey, who knows? Maybe this gets them in the rankings in the near future.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of